You are listening to Couch Conversations, where we highlight pivotal moments in people's lives when they commit to a new direction, just like the many young people we serve here at Choose 180. Hello, Choose 180 community. Thank you for joining us for our couch conversation today. I have my dear friend Rebecca with us. Rebecca, I met when she started out as a Choose 180 volunteer. She's now on staff with us as our bookkeeper office manager. She's the mother of an incredibly bright and sassy daughter named Maddie, and a champion for the recovery community as she continues to pour into the lives of those that have committed to a new direction for their life. And I'm pumped because Rebecca's here to share one of her 180 moments with us. Rebecca, talk to us about a pivot moment in your life.
Thank you, Sean. Well, my biggest pivot moment was when I started doing drugs when I was about 16 years old. And it progressed faster than I could ever imagine. And, growing up in a home where I had two parents, there was no physical abuse, no substance abuse. You wouldn't have seen my life turn out the way it did. I latched on to drugs and alcohol as a way to escape, and I rode that train pretty hard until I was 23. My big pivot moment happened when I realized that I was going to die if I didn't stop. And I was pretty okay with that because of the misery that I was in. But I had these large abscesses on both of my arms. I was a zombie in both physical, mental, and spiritual state. I was so lost. And I reached out and I went to rehab. And I want to say that was where I made my 180 completely, but it wasn't. It was pretty slow for me.
Rebecca, it's wild to me. I just want to pause for a second. I know you and I've known you, and to picture you in a zombie state with abscesses on your arms. I mean, I've even seen some of the pictures from those moments in your life, and you legitimately do not look like you are living. It's just so wild to be able to sit across from you right now and see how healthy you are. I'm just incredibly grateful that you committed to a new direction for your life and that you really leaned into that pivot. But continue to tell your story.
So I relapsed a couple of times after rehab because I couldn't quite grasp the fact that I would have to not do drugs and alcohol the rest of my life to be a functional human being for myself. But my clean date is March 23rd, 2013. I just had 7 years in March in quarantine. Yes. And it's pretty amazing. I found out I was pregnant when I had a month clean, and I just decided in that moment I was done. I had to be everything for this little baby. I didn't know it was a girl at the time. And I decided that was going to be the path I took, and I have committed a large portion of my life to helping other people in my predicament, domestic violence victims, the youth, because I see a lot of myself in the youth. There's just so many great programs that are out now that we didn't have even 10 years ago when I needed them. So it's really important for me to get in the middle and be a part of that.
Rebecca, if you could give one piece of advice to young people in our community on based on the life that you've had the opportunity to live, what would it be?
Everything that you escape from now, you will have to deal with full force later. It's better just to start in little bits now. That way you can start to form your life around it.
Rebecca, I'm grateful for you. Thank you so much for leaning into this conversation. And to imagine that you started out using drugs as a teen, that it escalated to the point where you had abscesses on your arms and you were a virtual zombie, that you struggled in recovery, that it wasn't one hit, I'm back to being sober and clean, but you persevered through recovery and were clean by a month before you found out you were pregnant with Maddie, gave birth to Maddie, and now she's an incredibly vibrant 6+-year-old child who loves her mother dearly and gets a chance to experience you in her fullness. You are a gift to us. You're a gift to this world, and I'm grateful that you chose to share space with us today. Thank you for being a part of our Couch Conversations.
Thank you, Sean. I appreciate it.
All right. Take care.